Sound. It gives life and meaning to the world around us. It adds depth to the human experience, reaching far into our soul and helping us to better connect with our emotions. As a people, sound is essential to who we are. It carries us. It inspires us. It unites us.
Sound is integral to who we are as Nigerians and Africans. It's how we've told our stories. It's how we've passed down tradition from generation to generation.
Union Bank is always seeking new and meaningful ways to better connect with our audience and express the soul of our brand.
Sound it has a way of touching a deeper part of us. So we engage with the world through our five senses, right? Through our sight, through touch, through what we hear. And many times what you hear, the sound lingers with you far longer than what you would have seen, or maybe what you've handled with your hands.
To interpret Union Bank's message into a sonic identity, we need someone who's able to understand the soul of the brand and the rhythm of the people. T.Y. Mix, a renowned producer and music artist, will lend his expertise into the project and help transform the brand's core message into a sound identity that connects deeply with the hearts of Nigerians.
My name is T.Y. Mix. I'm a music producer, sound engineer, songwriter, the music man, really. Well, when I was contacted to work on this project, I was super excited about it.
First, a briefing session is required to give TY some background and context about both the brand and the project.
Well, so TY, I don't know how we're going to do this, but I have great hopes that we can nail a sound for brand Union. We've been thinking about it for a long while, from us trying to see how we could describe that sound, just so that we can, because it's a whole new thing, right? I know a few guys might have done it, but it's not so common on this side of the continent. And we thought maybe we could find a way to describe our personality, because everything we do, aside comes, from the colors to how we script our copy sometimes. It's the essence is of who we are, the core, it's of our ethos.
I was excited about the idea to start with, having an institution that has been there way before even me coming up, or seeking to look into the future, and trying to use sound as an instrument to design sort of how they're being perceived by people. I just felt like it was very forward thinking, and I felt really excited to be part of it. My process to approaching music is I don't have one particular process, but a lot of times I think as a producer I think about all the elements. I'm not just a musician. So I think about first, I think about the end user. What am I trying to achieve? What mood am I trying to generate at the end of everything?
The Union Bank brand has gone through, quite an evolution over the last couple of years. Over the last 8, 9, 10 years, we've been focused on transformation, reinventing, rebranding, and just infusing more energy into the brand. And I think for us as a team, we're constantly thinking about the next way to elevate this brand and get it to connect more with different audiences and even reconnect with the people who are also familiar with the brand. So for us, we thought that the next evolution for the brand was a sonic identity. Well, T.Y. was a great collaborator, actually. That's what I would call him. He was, throughout the whole process, he was very patient with us. He took time to explain. For those of us that are not, music experts or that are novices. He took time to sort of be patient with us. He digested the brief. He was open. He was collaborative, and he was fun to work with. I think I thought that at the end of the process, that we made the right choice to pick him. He was the perfect fit for us, and a great collaborator on this project.
Hello, I'm Jemima Akpofure. I am the brand analyst in strategic. Hello everyone, my name is Jemima Akpofure and I'm a brand analyst in Union Bank. At the start of this project, that's the Sound Identity Project, we formed a sound team made up of colleagues in the bank and a few members of the brand team. They were tasked to the responsibility of describing the sound of Union. That is, how do we want people to feel about Union Bank when they interact with the sound of Union. This led to the development of the Sound Charter. For the Sound Charter, we also had sound descriptors. Sound descriptors basically mean it's a framework that involves the use of visuals and tactile analogies to describe the sound.
The sound pillars will help TY understand what Union Bank should sound like and guide his creative process as he begins to fashion out the beginnings of a melody.
Okay, so I'm thinking of how to really approach this. Thinking of that melody that I would create, that will stick, that will be easy on people really, and that will also capture the type of emotions that we want to capture. You know, when I think Union Bank, I think the continent Africa. I think Africa. I think Nigeria. I think our own, what we can own as ours. I think I like this actually. I think I like this. I like the ba-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Da-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
The Union and INT teams got together to review the initial sonic identities TY Mix created. The rest of the process depends on the decisions that are made here.
Welcome to the first review of the Sonic logo. We have our sound designer here, TY Mix. TY Mix will be running us through the first samples that he's produced.
All right, so I think we'll just go straight to it. But before we start playing the samples, I'd just like to talk a bit about some of the ideas I had, and how I have been able to add some of the previously discussed elements into these samples. It might interest you that before I submitted these 7 samples to you, I actually recorded about 37 samples. And of that 37, I picked this 7 because I felt like this 7 had some elements that I really like and elements that we can discuss and make our final selection. Okay, so let's, this is the first sample. I'm going to the next one now. I'm moving on to the third one now. So I'm smiling because, this thing reminds me, it feels like going into a perfume store and trying out different perfumes. And after a while, you have to reset your...
with your coffee, yeah.
So that's what happens, In fact, for me, it has been a totally different experience for me, to be honest, because, you listen to it and sometimes your brain gets saturated. You need to go do something else and come back to it again, But anyways, so I'm playing the fourth one now. The fifth one now. Okay, I'm going on to the sixth one now. And the seventh one.
With every single one, there's potential. And I like the fact that when you say you would layer instruments to try and work on the melody, you know, I think we're going to hit gold with this. But my final contribution is, when it comes to this kind of work, I am a reductive thinker. So I like to start with big, you know. So I prefer like a 1 minute sample, and then from that 1 minute sample, we cut out something. The job here now is you take this and then you begin to expand. So again, like I said, at my age, stretching the imagination is a bit of a problem. And I'm not that old, by the way, but for some strange reason, I'm struggling. So, but thank you very much. That's my feedback.
In the review session that we had, you know, there was a suggestion that, you know, why not have like a full body of work, like a long play of different melodies, then we can now cut some of those melodies and turn them to the mnemonic sound or the sound identity. Well, that's one approach, you know, but I decided to go the other way because I wanted to be very deliberate about everything. I wanted to be deliberate about the notes. I wanted to be deliberate about the melodies. I wanted to be deliberate about the creation of the sequence itself, you know, even the way the notes come together. I didn't want it to just be a function of something that was ready-made and just sounded cool. Oh, yeah, let's cut this part, you know. And I wanted to start from that small part and be able to scale up, you know, to be able to build that little melody into bigger things, into a long playing sound, into different variations and different things, you know. So that's the reason why I didn't really adopt the approach of creating a full piece of music, then start to cut and see what fits and all of that. I wanted it tailor-made.
So I think one of the interesting things about this process was coming up with the different genres of music. I think for us, creating a sound, we wanted to create a sound and a melody that could translate across cultures, could translate across genres as well. So that process of creating the different types of music out of the melody was very insightful and really fun and engaging to go through. I remember every time that we had a meeting and we were about to listen to a new adaptation of the melody, it was always exciting for us. So understanding the different sounds that go with different cultures and the different genres, and seeing how different, or hearing how different each one sounds, but also at the same time familiar. You can connect with the music was I think one of the most interesting pieces of this work.
So I see our sound, the sound of the Union, like we're calling it, as the audio equivalent of our visual identity, you know. That core melody, la 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 la, you know, I feel it's the foundation on which the entire sound brand architecture is created. And it really would create a deeper level of familiarity, you know, for our audience as you go in from, you know, our physical environments to digital environments. It has been extended into different formats, into different versions. It would, from the music you hear in our commercials, you know, to ringtones, various styles and assets would, you know, feed off this sound because it is a critical component of what we're doing as a brand.
Since 1917, Union Bank has been a trusted partner and enabler of success for generations of Nigerians. Now, as we celebrate 105 years of service, the sound of the Union embodies the beautiful harmonies of our past, present, and future, as a bank and as a people. This is the Union. For you, for life.